Morning everybody, it's Woman with Hound here. Here's Deb's the hound. Hope everybody's good. Now, I come here often. I have put a few posts up already, but I've come out dead early this morning to have early morning wheeze and sniffs. Deb's, that is, not me. Just letting you see this place on the entrance. Now there's lots of poo bag bins, plenty. I came here yesterday and I full to busting. There's a woodland trail here if you like to go off piste a little bit. I tend not to use these when I'm on my own. I stick with the main pathways. But I love this place. So peaceful. Smells are great. This is where they have the craft fairs at the I think it's the first Sunday of every month. You might want to check that out. But they do the homemade cakes and doggy biscuits and lovely unusual things. Now we're getting into the autumn season. It may be a good time to start getting stuff put away for Christmas. I tend to start about October time, getting bits here and there. Now then, I'm just coming up to the brambles. Excuse me. And there must be some good sniffs here for Deb. There's plenty of little seats here and there around the site. So if you need a little break, you know, lots of pit stops for your journey, you can get plenty of rest here. Little pathway up there that takes you out onto the field. There's the sign with all the information. Another stone with a sign on. I think many a leg has been cocked on there. More places to sniff. And hear the pigeons, I can hear the traffic in the background. There's no wind today. So that's great, because I'm not a good videographer and sometimes my posts get a bit windy and it spoils it a bit. But we're just going to have an amble round Northumberlandia. It's going to be a quiet video. I'm going to stop talking for a bit and I'll just point out one or two things of interest if I happen to cross them. Hey, I hope you stay with us, folks. I'd love to have you join us on our walk. Just pausing for a poo. Okay, we're off again. Scooped. There it is. In my favourite Becco bags, where your thumb doesn't slip through. Wait, I'm tangled. Go. Just going to let you see this dip here. It's normally full of water. Can't see any water in it at all. So we need a good splash of rain, I think. I'm going to switch off momentarily, guys, because we've got some people heading towards us. We'll be back in a sec. Right, off we'll go again. As I said before, I'm going to try and have a quiet one for you. Now this is the other end of where I showed you without the water. So there is a little bit of it concentrated at this end. So that's good, plenty for the birds. It still could do with being higher. I think it should come right up to where that dark line is there. So we need a good splash down. Moor hen or coot. I always get them mixed up. I must research my birds better. History boards here. The old airfield. There's information on the internet about this. So old. Oh, that's a bit condensation. I won't go into that, but it's worth looking it up if you're interested in things of the past. As you can see, we've had lots of wee stops this morning, which is normal for Debs. Not quite sure if anything actually comes out, but she does the squat. There's flowers. The walkways up to the top of the lady for those of you with good heart and lung function. Berries starting to appear. My grandsons love to pick blackberries. Take their little box and off they go. And I always remember to pick the ones from the back or very high up, not the ones at leg cocking level. Fortunately. These are memorial trees. Let me show you a close up. I've posted these before, they are lovely. The ones. This one's a beauty. Right, we're on my last little lap of the lady. And up there's our nose. I think that's one of our boobies. Some great aerial shots on the internet. If you can just search by Northumberlandia by drone. There's a few people put stuff on. This is all goes. Yeah, it has flowered and the flowers have worn off, but it's a spectacular sight when it's out in bloom earlier in the year. Wow, intense sniffing. Debs is slowing down a little bit now. She tends to do this now. She's 8 years old. She's a bit of a sniffing frenzy and then slows. Debs has got a suspected corn on one of our paws. She growls and snarls a bit when I try and have a look at it, so I just leave it alone. It obviously disturbs her more me looking at it than it does walking on it. But if I can, I'll get a bit Vaseline on it if she's in a good mood. But I don't like her paws touched. It's really strange. I think it might have been something from our track days where the paws used to be examined and she didn't like it. I'm just guessing. But nope, not having anybody near our paws. Give it a breathe. Of this crisscrossing in sniff time, but I just let her because this is her enrichment, and when we need her to walk right beside us, she does. fields over there. Sometimes we see the horses peeping over the fence, but I can't see them today. Lots of berries on these trees. Got an oak tree here. Just having a quick scan to see if there's any acorns, but I think it's a little bit early. Oh, Debs is having another poop. Back in two. That was a bit of a loose poop. Greyhound owners will know that they're normally very large and very solid, which is having a bit of a soupy one this morning, so I've covered it over with grass, the bits I can't lift up. I have managed to collect most of it in this extra bag. I'm definitely getting a bit tired now. We'll go back to have a food. Just to finish up, share my toast. Yesterday I did have a couple of eggs. After I left just to demolish the wood. The main roads in the distance, you could probably hear the traffic, morning traffic. Everybody heading off to work. Isn't that beautiful? Look there. That should be much higher. the last bit of the path, and we'll be heading back down towards the cafe that I showed you on the way on. I think it opens about 10, stays open till about 4. It's very nice, I have to say. Dogs just like to go in there. Take dogs in, very dog friendly. Things on sale, merchandise. Worth a visit. Train it round the back. And I think that ends our trip for the day. Go back to the store. Back to the signpost. There we are. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed our little walk together, and I'll be putting some more posts on soon. Have a lovely day. Give us a click if you'd like to follow us, but there's no pressure. I do this because I love it, and I want people to see how wonderful these dogs are. Isn't she just beautiful? See you soon, folks.